Good morning, everybody. Brian Vasquez here. Crack a smile. Want to share my weekly morning message. I hope everybody had a great weekend and a great week ahead of you. Just want to continue to stress that there are individuals out here, mentors, counselors, etc., that are here to try to help you grow. And we only can do that by you sharing your stories or opening up and being transparent so that not only can you help yourself, but you may impact somebody else. Today's topic is very simple. It's about being grateful. How many times have we reflected on the things we have instead of always being focused on what we want or what we want to achieve? When I think about this, I think about if I had $5,000 in my bank, the first thing I'm thinking is how can I get that to 10? Once I got to 10, how can I get that to 20? It's always going to continue to be like that until you learn that you must be grateful for what you have. The home you live in, the job you have, food, clothes, good health, health for your children, etc. There's so many things that go on in life that sometimes we do not take the time to reflect, but we're always being negative and looking for excuses for why we don't have the things that we want. Sometimes we probably have friends and family, that they don't come up to you and tell you all the times you have a nice house or you have a nice car or whatever it may be. But the reality is you must feel good within yourself and you must be grateful for what you do have. When you don't take time to reflect on those things, you're always going to be caught up in what either somebody else has or how you can obtain stuff that you don't need. It is very imperative that we go out here and continuously try to work on ourselves and invest in ourselves so that we can understand that our happiness comes within. Take the time to be thankful for the house you live in. Take the time to reflect. Go take a walk in the park. Sit at your job. Get there a little bit early and just reflect in your car. Sit in your room alone. It is so amazing the things that we take for granted that a lot of individuals don't have. We see it on the news. We see it on social media, but a lot of times because this might not be impacting us closely, we tend not to think about it much. I just ask that we continuously work on what's best for us so that we can be better not only for our family, our friends that are close by to us, but also for others that we don't know. You may be sitting here thinking about all the things you have and feeling blessed, and the person that you work with right beside you is struggling each day. I know this because I grew up in a house there was 5 of us, 4 boys and my mother, single family. And she struggled. And I remember my mother telling me stories about how she didn't know how she was going to eat during the course of the day or for lunch. And the reality is that my mom, you would never be able to tell that about her because she was so happy and outgoing, and that everybody just thought she was always good. But the reality is when my mom told me the stories, I remember it'd eat at me and I'd cry because I can only imagine the struggles that she went through. And so sometimes when we think that everybody's doing well, it's not the case. We can't help everybody, but what we can do is we can continuously be grateful and thankful, and that will allow us to understand the values and principles that we should understand to help others and to continue to give back. Because there are people that are less fortunate. Yes, there are some people out there that probably can go do something with themselves, but we must impact them people as well and give them the motivation they need. We are not all blessed with the same talents and given the same energy. We're all different in our own ways. But in reality, we all have a special skill set that can impact society. And we must be able to bring that out in individuals. Take the time to talk to your coworker, your friends, your family. Ask them if they're okay. You can't call somebody up every time and just always quick to say, hey, I need you to do this. Make sure they're doing good. Check on their children. Be thankful for what you have. That is the key thing of what I'm saying, because the reality is I don't want you to be caught up in what you want and you forget about what you have, meaning your children, meaning your house. You let go of it because you don't have time. We get caught up in making excuses. So be grateful for what you have. Continuously work on yourselves. Invest the time into building, creating, and making sure that others are doing well. I thank you guys for your time. Continue to stay, invested. Continue to understand that we're out here trying to help individuals, and there are also other sources that are out here as well. Please visit www.crack-a-smile.net. We thank you for all the support. We can't do this by ourselves. It takes a village, and we'll continuously work and work and work until the message is not only heard, but we see others out there continuously trying to help. We'll get the brand out there, and we're going to make this a lifestyle, a movement. And I thank you. You have a great day, and don't forget to crack a smile.